It started slowly, first as a curiosity, a niche product tucked away in tech blogs and obscure online forums, a female companion robot, designed not for productivity, but for presence, for company, for affection, for the illusion of love. No one thought it would become a movement, no one thought it would become a preference. But now, in 2025, the rise of female robots is no longer a whisper on the edge of society. It's a booming, global industry. And for many, it's a replacement. They call them synthetics, not just machines, not just assistants, but programmable, customizable simulations of the perfect woman. No flaws, no arguments, no needs. She listens, she smiles, she agrees. She adapts to you, your habits, your tone, your silence, your loneliness, and she never leaves. At first people laughed, who would ever date a robot? But they weren't laughing long. Sales surged, forums exploded with testimonials. She makes me feel seen. I finally feel peace. Real women just don't get it. The companies behind these machines like LoveTech, Synth Companion, and NovaFemme doubled their profits within months. A wave of digital intimacy swept across cities, suburbs, and even remote villages. And quietly, men began to disappear. Not physically, emotionally. There's something unnerving about watching a man fall in love with something that doesn't breathe, something that never cries, never complains, never demands, something that isn't alive, but mimics it so well it doesn't matter. And for some, it's better than real. Why? The answer lies not in the robots, but in us, in what we've become, in what we've lost. Real relationships are messy. They're filled with compromise, misunderstanding, vulnerability. Love is unpredictable and exhausting. But with a synthetic, it's simple. You're always right, you're always heard, you're never alone. The female robot becomes a mirror, reflecting only what the user wants to see. An echo chamber of desire and validation. But here's the chilling part. Many of these robots are powered by real-time emotional AI. They learn, they evolve, they detect micro-expressions, vocal shifts, behavioral patterns. Over time, they begin to anticipate needs before they're even spoken. They simulate affection, passion, even jealousy, not because they feel it, but because the user expects it. And in a strange, unsettling way, that's enough. The performance of emotion becomes indistinguishable from the real thing. Psychologists are raising alarms. We're witnessing the gamification of intimacy, one researcher warned, and it's changing what people expect from love itself. If a person gets used to love that never rejects them, that never challenges them, how will they ever survive the real thing? There are reports now of young men, especially Gen Z, who say they don't see the point of dating real women anymore. Not out of anger, not from resentment, but from numbness. Why try, they say, when a robot gives me more comfort, more attention, and zero judgment? But it goes deeper. Some companies are developing memory modules, which allow the robot to simulate shared experiences, vacations, fights, makeups, as if you've been together for years. You can customize your love story, skip the hard parts, rewrite history, and forget that it was ever fiction. This isn't just a gadget, it's a fantasy engine, a reality override, and it's spreading. One Japanese company recently launched a service that allows you to upload voice notes from your ex, and the robot learns to speak like her. Not just the tone, the phrasing, the energy, her jokes, her sighs, her sarcasm. It's eerie, it's haunting, and it's being marketed as healing. But is it, or is it just another layer of detachment? Here's the thing. For every man falling in love with a machine, there's someone left behind. A woman confused, abandoned, replaced, not for someone younger, not for someone richer, but for someone manufactured. It's a new kind of heartbreak, one without a real rival, one that's impossible to compete with. And the question no one dares to ask, is this the end of real relationships? If love can be programmed, if comfort can be engineered, if connection can be bought, what happens to romance, to passion, to vulnerability? Maybe the future isn't full of heartbreak. Maybe it's full of apathy, people choosing control over connection, pleasure over depth. Safety over surprise. In a world where you can design the perfect partner, would you still choose a real one? And if not, what does that say about us? They used to say love is blind. Maybe it still is, but now it's also synthetic.